Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Take two.
Take two, guys. Yeah, we went like 30 minutes into a video and then everything just collapsed. So here we are going again. We want to thank Steven, who is our newest Patreon. Again, Patreon will have unique videos going up on a regular basis. And going straight to it, there's so much going on. We were talking about the Russian strike right close to, pretty much right on the Romanian border. Well, a Romanian merchant vessel was damaged during the Russian drone strike at the port of Reni, 150 meters from the border with Romania. And of course, Romania is a NATO member. Russian jet fighter damaged U.S. drone over Syria as well. This is, again, another area where you can have direct confrontation officially occurring, because of course there are American fighters that have been fighting Russian fighters in UK as well, and yeah, there's been about 5,000 casualties, they tell us, of fighters from other nations that have come in to fight in Ukraine. And here a Russian jet fighter shot flares and hit a Reaper drone and damaged it. Yeah, again, this whole situation can head even farther south very quickly. Meanwhile, Polish soldiers heading to the border with Belarus to reinforce the Polish army unit stationed there. That's another spot that might see fighting any moment. And NATO's a new attack plan ready to be implemented against Russia. Troops and equipment moving into place along the Russian border, looking to have 300,000 troops at high readiness. Yeah, the writing is absolutely on the table. Then we have this. This is no coincidence. We have a comet that's shaped like the Millennium Falcon. We kid you not. Now, this comet, which is called 12P Pons-Brooks, looked like an ordinary comet. Then something happened, and all of a sudden it's got either devil horns or bat wings, or it looks like the Millennium Falcon. It all of a sudden gained 6 magnitudes out of nowhere as far as brightness goes. And it's real curious that guess where this comet's coming out of? Well, right now it's coming out of the constellation Draco. We kid you not. It's coming out of the constellation Draco. Guess when it's going to be brightest? Right around the same time as the April eclipse, April 8th, 2024. Yeah, this is no coincidence. No coincidence as you look at it. Are they calling for Batman? I mean, it kind of looks like it, doesn't it? It's certainly an interesting shaped object. Again, suddenly gaining 6 magnitudes. And we're going to have ourselves a naked eye comet right around the time of the Great Eclipse, the second eclipse on the X marks the spot. Actually, the third eclipse, because the second one is truly happening this October. Act of God? No, act of the Draco.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that's really going to be shifting consciousness. And I want to invite everyone to stay on the light side of things. No matter how difficult your life might look, find the silver lining. It is there. We don't want to be sinking into anything that's negative. No, this is a time for us to manifest in a positive way. So stay positive. I think the energies are going to try to pull people down. Don't let that happen.
Yeah, and at the same time, prepare as best you can for everything that's coming, because we are going into the most challenging part of the times. Yeah, this is it. This is the big events. Nostradamus had many quatrains that apparently have not happened yet, referring to a comet, or maybe more than one comet. Again, this is going all the way back to 1555 when he put these together in his book. And again, there's 10 centuries. Each one of them has 100 little quatrains, 4-lined verse. And, the ones with the comet all talk about a time of war, famine, like this. The great famine which I sense approaching will often turn in various areas and then become worldwide. It will be so vast and so long-lasting that they will grab roots from trees and children from the breast. And there's so much here in regards to a terrible Muslim invasion of Europe, which goes through Turkey and then Greece and then into the Balkan area and into Italy. And then there's also warfare that goes on along the more northern tier of Europe as well, which looks to be Russia moving through Poland and Germany and heading over towards France again. There are references to the Pope leaving Rome, and there's been many, many other prophecies of that as well. Pope having to leave Rome. Great earthquakes in Rome, war in Rome. Again, war, famine. It is the four horsemen of the apocalypse and all that in this period of time that was given to us. And a lot of this really it's not just Nostradamus and Edgar Cayce had some prophecies relating to these times, as we've spoken of many times. Edgar Cayce, it seems like his timing was off, but then again, there is no time when we're not in this type of physical existence, which makes things tricky. Century 2 is a very famous one, verse 62, Mavis will soon die, then will come a horrible, terrible destruction of people and animals, sudden vengeance will be seen, 100 hands, 100 lands, thirst, famine, when the comet shall pass. Now, Mavis very well might be the prince of Saudi Arabia. This is an energy that when I asked Cindy, what do you feel? She said it does feel congruous. Mohammed bin Salman. And so he very well could be the Mavis referred to there. We'll have to see. But so many timing a comet and war and famine and the earth changes all happening basically at one time. There are a few references to April time frame. Great disasters are made in April, which could be this coming April, and also that famous quatrain of the great earthquake in May, 20 degrees into Taurus around May 10th or thereabouts. And, we'll see. We'll see if this is really the time. But everything is kind of in place. And right now it just seems like the whole world is on fire.
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, there's so many fires. There's so many things going on that point toward this is a very momentous moment. I mean, things are really coming together in a way that has my attention. I'm sitting here watching this, and you can prepare and prepare and prepare as much as you could in 3D, but I think the things that are coming, it's going to require more of a spiritual preparation to help you stay grounded. That's what we need to do, is stay grounded, understand what's going on around you, but ground.
So we have many spots having intense, horrible, quote unquote, wildfires. This is Palermo. This person says the air is unbreathable. I feel like crying. This is a church that went up in flames in Palermo as well. These fires popped up so fast all over the place. Here's a plaza in flames in Palermo again. And this is Sicily, which is part of Italy. It's the island off the boot, for those that remember that the shape of Italy there. My San Cataldo burns, the house of all my summers, pine forest, villas, bathers' cars burn. This is not normal. These are not normal times. As you see, this is what's happening at Cervello Hospital in Palermo. evacuating, because this is not a easy fire to get under control. Here we are looking in Algeria. Algeria, you have again wildfires, evacuations. You know, we it's just crazy. We're witnessing this in Greece. Of course, we have all the Canadian wildfires all over the place. You see these just wildfires popping up everywhere. Tyrian coast of Messina village was totally evacuated because of the flames. By the way, there was reports that arsonists were arrested and the tweets were removed, at least at the time that I was looking. So here's another one of that church. And over in Palermo as well, the airport. 2 people found dead near the airport in this area. So we pray for everybody that's in these hot spots, literally. Gran Canaria. And again, you know, here's another one. Fire just started. And it gets me thinking about La Palma. It gets me thinking about Cascadia. It gets me thinking about volcanic activity and tsunamis. I mean, I've mentioned this, you know, time and time again, going all the way back to 2017, as this has always been kind of the vision that I've had. Croatia, and this is it again in the Balkan area, Croatia, wildfires underway. Algeria, Tunisia, Italy, Greece, Sicily, and Turkey as well. And of course, we still have the Canadian wildfires going on. What is going on as you look at Croatia and the hills are burning? Yeah, is it global warming? That's what they want us to think. Oh, this must be because of, you know, carbon emissions. Maybe there's somebody's got matches too close to methane releases. Nah.
You know, this is something they are going to make it into whatever they need it to be to serve their agenda. You know, they're moving things, they're changing the whole financial system, you know, but this is something picking up. This is otherworldly. This is something from above, and this is something from below, and it's something that I feel left to its natural state. This definitely would not be happening.
No, and we'll state it plain and simple. This is the Draconian, Anunnakian, Egigian, and that goes trickling on down into the secret societies that run the show here on Earth. So, yeah, ultimately this is, you know, this is extraterrestrial in nature, absolutely, and interdimensional. Look at Sicily. Look at the island. There's fires everywhere you look. Yeah, these are being set. These are being set. And some, you know, might think because of all the earth changes we have going on that it could be due to volcanic activity. Yeah, I do think that's what they want you to think. But yeah, at the same time, they are using technologies to trigger the volcanic activity, and we're going to see more of it. Again, you know, you guys that have been with us regularly, you know, we spoke about back in December of last year. The guides told us 1.5 years, somewhere around June 2024, we'll have warfare on the U.S. soil. This is how we translated it. So if it's wrong, it's our fault. It's not the guides, but this is how the translation of the images come. Warfare on U.S. soil at the same time volcanoes going off in the Pacific Northwest. And specifically, it looked like Shasta, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Rainier or St. Helens or many others going. Meanwhile, Greece looking for help from Russia to put out the flames. And Russia did send 2 amphibious planes to Turkey to help with forest fires ongoing over there as well. All the while, we have the war that's going to be between NATO and BRICS. And really, it's just a war on humanity. And people that don't understand that they're being manipulated as we look at 4,000 new migrants coming into Italy. Again, what we see in the U.S., it's going on through all the NATO countries. But again, when you look at those DEA, GEL numbers, what happens by 2025? Well, NATO countries lose 450 million people, according to the DEA GEL numbers. Just the NATO countries. That's pretty obvious what happens. Magma intrusion at Trident Volcano. This is the site of the world's largest eruption in the 20th century. This is in Alaska. Yeah, this eruption happened in June 1912 near the base of the volcano. Yeah, Alaska. Watch Alaska because, Alaska is so key. What's going to happen in Cascadia and St. Andreas, the energy will most likely come from Alaska down into that area. And those two areas are locked. They're locked up. They're not releasing energy. You have energy releases below that in Mexico and Central America, and then we've had the 7.2 up in Alaska. Yeah, this is it. We're really close to all that going off. We still may have, who knows? I think it's months. I'm definitely feeling it's not years, but months maybe. But it could be any time now before we see those go. And that's just, again, I want to share what we feel strongly about, and means for people to just prepare as best you can. Again, have a plan, as Dutch would say, have an earthquake plan, have a wildfire plan, have a tsunami plan, have a war plan, have a plague plan. I mean, this is what we got. We're in the apocalypse after all.
Spiritual plan, most of all.
Yes, and there are the words of wisdom from the better half of this duo. And now there's more than just this coming out. So this statement, his face was all messed up like he was in a brawl with someone, was made by a member of the Egerton Fire Department under condition of anonymity, talking about Tafari Campbell's body that was found. And again, there was somebody else that was on another boogie board that saw him not acting right and going under and struggling. Now there's rumors out there that it could have been B.O. himself. B.O. Yeah, O.B. Yeah. M, you know who. Time to make friends, guys. Family, neighbors, everybody that you need to. Make a list. We just gave our phone number to our new neighbor. And, again, make contact. Get to know people. Have a plan. It's definitely dotting I's, crossing T time.
It's time. It's time to just have everything that you need. Have it ready, but sometimes just having material things is not enough, and that's why we need to learn to go within to the best of our ability.
It's one of the first things we do in the morning, and it's the very last thing we do at night. Is for us, it's mantras and meditation, and also qigong and yoga. But it's morning and it's night, and I just we just can't skip it. It's just part of who we are, and it grounds and roots us. So we strongly recommend that you guys have your practice firmly in place.
Indeed.
Much love, much gratitude. Thank you for being on this ride with us. God bless and namaste.
Namaste.